tears dash when Craig once again comes home hours late from work.
Isn't it nice that Daddy's home? Come in there and ask him to do something with you.
I'm not used to spending time at home focused on the family. It's a long time to be, inaccessible to work.
Let's go play with Daddy. Daddy's down here. He wants to play with you.
Unfortunately, Dad's idea of playing with his children consists of sitting them down in front of the TV.
Are you okay?
And to make matters worse, when his boys cry out for attention, Dad just turns his back on them, literally.
Are you going to work?
Ignoring even his wife. He comes home and he's attached to his cell phone and his PDA.
That's marvelous.
And he will walk out into the garden and the kids will want to talk to him and he pushes them away. That's very sad.
Obviously those things aren't ordered. Is that going to hold up the curb?
It can't be that hard for him to put that phone away. He wants to be outside. They saw her daddy. Can you go look out the window? Can you see him?
There's one point where Ella's crying at the door to be with her dad. And he's sitting outside on his PDA. He can't give her the time then. He doesn't want to.
Him being outside talking on the phone with his kids at the window crying for him is heartbreaking.
You want to play outside with your daddy? Is that it? I really believe that she wants to challenge her husband, but she doesn't.
He's missing out. He really is. He's missing out on his kids and he's missing out on having a relationship with his wife.
And after Dad has missed out on yet another family dinner, I see just how low Craig has sunk as both a father and a husband.
How was your day?
Well,
Craig doesn't really ask me how my day is because he can see it in my face and I'm exhausted.
oh, by the way, happy anniversary.
For Heidi and I, it's a very sad anniversary indeed.
I cannot take it very much longer. You could have stopped at the grocery store on the way home for flowers.
Yeah,
It's totally unacceptable.
you're really going to do this, aren't you?
We don't spend alone time with each other, even on holidays or birthdays, whatnot. And I don't feel guilty about it.
I think Heidi's feelings have been suppressed for a very long time, and it's time she did something about it. So the following day, I decided to sit Mum down to get her true feelings out in the open. It's this, people can only do to you what you allow them to do.
Yeah, if something was bothering me, I keep it inside because I just think sometimes it's easier that way.
I want you to be able to talk to your husband and stand up to your husband, and you won't do that with your 5-year-old son.
I know.
And more importantly, he can't treat you that way.
No.
Suddenly she started to get upset and she started to cry.
I've kind of thrown my hands up and I'm just like, okay, this isn't working, so I'm looking for help.
Do you know what I honestly see? I see very similar symptoms with Parker. His father can't relinquish his PDA and Parker can't relinquish anything else. So learned behaviour, Heidi. I really believe that she wants to challenge her husband over his lack of commitment to their family. And I think that's why she called Nanny 911. Since Heidi is too scared to stand up for herself and for her children, Craig is going to find a much braver face waiting for him after work tonight. Mine. Unfortunately, I've gotten to the point where I really have to talk to Craig because the priority in his life is still work. So these happy faces have any significance for you?
That's what I work for.
It is?
Yeah. Nanny and myself had a nice little exchange in the foyer. We were both clearly at opposite sides of this thing. I haven't worked this hard to, just stop working.
I'm not asking you to stop working. I'm asking you to reallocate its time slot.
If I want to succeed, I have to go the extra mile. I may have to work.
The reason I work so much is to succeed. I'd be happy to quit work and we can move into a trailer park.
That's where you confuse me, Craig, because you say you have to succeed at what you want. Well, there's a bigger picture and it includes your family.
And if I had my way about it, a lot of people would learn to deal with how I work.
He wants us to be able to just deal with him working all the time. And it will not work that way because I could not take it very much longer.
Do you think that's a little selfish?
You know, I've admitted that I'm a little selfish.
I was very interested to hear Nanny's response.
That's maybe why your 5-year-old son can't share with his siblings.
And I'm so glad she didn't back down.
It's affecting your children's behaviour, and honestly, if you don't think there's a problem with Parker's behaviour, you are brain dead.
Let's not turn this into a daddy's a bad example. That's marvelous.
If your idea of a good example is your children clamouring for your attention and you pushing them away while you talk on your cell phone, you need to step back and refresh your attitude.
Have I ever been any different? Have I ever had less of a work ethic?
It's increasingly gotten worse, yes.
You know, I still think that my wife and my family have come to expect certain things, and, you know, I'm the one who's got to provide it, and I'm not going to change that.
But you know what? I've made my point. It's about what you think. And right now, no matter what I say or what I do, you are in control of this. And if you're up to the challenge, you're up to it, and if you're not, you're not.
And I don't know if I am.
If it's really not into it, it's not going to work.
I have a lot of challenges. I set myself up to, you know, accomplish a lot of things. I don't know if that's on my list.
I think Heidi certainly feels that I put work before family.
Well, all I can say is thanks for the honesty, but I don't like the answer.
My eyes have been opened. It's sad. He needs to work on our relationship, and inside I'm like feeling for him. But I just feel like I have to keep my chin up, and it'll get better.
I think, you know, at the end of the conversation, I realized that I love my family to death, that I would do anything for them, and I've got to change.
This is rough.
What?
No, I guess I just don't like knowing that I can't communicate with you.
I think I've said numerous times during this thing that I'm very selfish.
Yeah. I don't know, affecting us, obviously. I don't know how we're going to come to a compromise.
I mean, it's not a whole lot I can say.
I think Heidi's feelings have been suppressed for a very long time, and it's going to take her a little longer to let them surface.
Like I said, I made a commitment to try, and I will.
I was pleased to see Craig and Heidi taking steps towards better communication. Then Parker helped his dad make a giant leap.
Do you know what he didn't do, Daddy?
What's that, bud?
He didn't put your phone in it.
You want to go get it?
Maybe Dad will let you put it in for him.
Oh, yes. My phone will see the inside of that house that Anna gave me.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool. One of my requests of Craig is that he and Parker need to have Dad and Parker time.
Yeah, bud. Huh? You want Daddy to stay at home more? You like it? You like me staying at home without my phone? We practice sharing more? If you practice sharing, I'll turn my phone off. Will that work?
That was so nice to hear that they're willing to both try.
You know much I love you?
Switch.
Makes me feel very happy that Dad and Parker are bonding. That makes this whole process worthwhile.
It was eye-opening because I think Parker's probably more like I am than I thought.
After Dad's heart-to-heart with Parker, my last few days in Georgia were a joy.
You want to do the race car?